pretty, I think it was pretty interesting, kind of promising. I like the Risen Reef package. I like the overlap of like the scam cards with Satoru and Risen Reef. I like the Aether Vials a lot. So we're on the play. So if my opponent went Scam Grief on turn one, I would want to Undying Evil my Subtlety after I Subtletied it. So I think I will shock him the Watery Grave. Can you wake us up? No. I will go in maybe like 20 minutes or something. I want to give her some more time. Doom, 47 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Maybe wake up, Spike Glass, spoiler card. It will be exciting. Will Ceremonious Rejection return to the format? Yeah. There are a lot of hate cards to these Eldrazi, but boy, are they like, they are good. Oh yeah, so the new Ashling also. Let's take a look. You're not gonna subtlety this. You don't, so 4 mana 4/4, off to a bad start. You don't lose unspent red mana as phases end. Magecraft, cast an instant sorcery spell, discard a card, then draw a card. If it's the second time this ability has resolved this turn, deals 2 damage to each opponent and each creature they control. Okay, so first time draw a card, discard a card. Second, 2 damage. Third, 4 mana. This card really wants to be Omnath Locus of Creation and is not Omnath Locus of Creation. Oh, you do it all each time? Okay, wait, so you always get to loot. And then the second time it also deals 2 damage, and the third time makes 4 mana. I mean, this card's a 4 mana, 4 mana 4/4 no protection. Just like Bergie is arguably around this level, maybe a little bit weaker, but it's just very far away from seeing play. Maybe this card's a little bit better than Bergie, but it's also an extra mana, so it isn't. I don't know. Not super enthused, I guess. I don't really care about Bowmaster. Obviously, I also just have the Menace, but if they Bowmaster, we're going to subtlety them pretty bad. Nice. Definitely going to scam as well. Go to let these triggers resolve first, of course. Getting some lag. Yeah, some concession lag there. Take it, I guess. Was having fun. I'm going to bring in the 4th push. Trim the 4th Bowmaster. No, it's probably 4th Tidebinder. Played 1 Endurance on the draw against them recently. Didn't hate it, but I kind of didn't like that I couldn't. It was like the only card I couldn't cast through a Blood Moon, potentially. Yeah, this deck has been pretty cool. We just didn't really give it enough love on Tuesday, or whenever we were playing it. Okay, Kozilek's command looks nuts. Ashling is 4 mana, 4/4. She ain't Omnath. Whoa. 3 mana, trample. At the beginning of combat, your turn, target creature gets +X/+O and haste, where X is the number of Eldrazi you control. How are there still more Eldrazi? I don't understand. How are there more Eldrazi? That's a leak. We've been got. I don't know. The leaks are a little hard to contain. It is what it is. You just get a basic here. A tier, maybe. There's gonna be different builds of the Eldrazi deck. This card is very good for sure. Don't think I need to subtlety this. I got 4 fatal pushes in my deck. It would certainly be fine too. Let me go ahead and go Satoru into Grief here. Maybe they can Void Walker the Grief, but then I could subtlety the Grief. 2 fatal pushes. That stinks. I'm like really shocked at Kozilek's command still. So I can subtlety this. Maybe I end up getting griefed, but like my Satoru's not going to draw me another card anyways because the whole fatal push situation, and this kind of just will deal with the Kroxa permanently. I really doubt that they're going to keep it on top in this kind of spot. Oh, they immediately kept it on top. Okay. There's the push. So their hand is Fatal Push. Their top card is Kroxa, and their other card is a mystery card. And they decide to not cast the Grief off the Voidwalker. I'm going to take out this Vial to 2. And I suppose we're going to discard the Essence Flux to the Kroxa. Oh, they shuffled no Kroxa. Okay, fair enough. Probably getting griefed at this point. I don't know. I'm going to do this. Oh, they're subtletying my subtlety. That's pretty good. Sorry, I forgot that they had this too. I mean, I think I still like kind of have to, right? Definitely not out of it. We have the ability to like maybe like top deck Risen Reef, chain some cards together. I do think I'm taking it up to 3. It's kind of bad if I draw exactly Satoru. Now, I know one of the last cards is a Fatal Push. The other one is a mystery card. Take it up to 4. Then I'm bored. Game 3 on the play. Okay, love to have a Aether Vial on the play in this kind of matchup. You know, I do want to fetch around Blood Moon. I think it's, you know, pretty possible they boarded it in. I think the first 2 times we played this matchup, they boarded it in. Let's try not to get grief scammed. For everybody at home, please try to not get grief scammed here. Looks like y'all did not try hard enough. Oh. Okay, usually that long of a tank means you're getting grief scammed, but I guess not in this spot. Thankfully. Okay, so I can get Forest off this, and then I can have Watery Grave available to cast a Reef or Essence Flux. February with Satoru and Affinity. I haven't, but you know the problem with Satoru and Affinity is that your mana is really, really bad, and then like you kind of can't cast the Affinity cards if you build around Satoru and Affinity because you. I should probably leave. I should probably just like Vial in the Bowmaster next turn. Because there's a good chance they have an Undying effect, but I don't care about this Ragavan very much. So if they're gonna get to use the mana for the Undying effect, I kind of want it to be later. I get punished if I drew Satoru, I guess. Yeah, let's go ahead and just commit to like Vialing and a Reef next turn. Also, gonna keep the Essence Flux up as well. Well, opponent does not have a 3rd land. We draw Satoru, which I'll be trying to Violin next turn. I'm gonna make a mistake by putting this into play here. And I just kind of would prefer to like draw the extra card. So um I want them to target the Reef instead of the Bowmaster. And I get to Essence Flux it. Maybe this is actually a mistake because like killing this could be more relevant because of the whole Satoru situation, but we'll just draw, you know, push, push. Play around Undying effect. Yeah, we talked about Ashling. The card is cool. I like Ashling as a character, from what I can tell. But Ashling is also a 4-mana 4/4 with no protection, no ETB, and I just we say this kind of every time a card like this gets printed. These cards just are just not really good, unfortunately. Oh, no Undying effect. Okay. When am I releasing a card preview? When my wonderful fiance Esther wakes up. When that will be is unclear. So take the Satoru. Pitching Shieldred's Edict, pitching Voidwalker. I'm gonna take this vial. I'm gonna take both vials up here. What's your daily schedule like to be so consistent with my content? I mean, I'm working overtime lately. I really like what I do, so it's not that tough to do so, but I don't know. I just have done like 9 or 10 hours a day every day for 5 years. Not every day, not every day, but lately for sure. Leave this vial on 2, so top deck Satoru is better. Top deck 3-drop is still just kind of the same because I'll just cast it. Let's redeem seeing the next card, but for the preview card, probably not. Probably not. It's because I have a whole like presentation thing, It'll disrupt the flow. We got a crab demon, very cool. Emerge from artifact. So you can sacrifice a Frogmite to play this for 2 black. Here's a battlefield, target opponent exiles the top card of the library, a card at random from their graveyard, and a card at random from their hand. You may cast a spell from among the cards exiled this way without paying the mana cost. Cool. Emerge from artifact. So you could do this on turn 2 if you had like a good enough draw. This card is also certainly better with the context of the new red-black affinity card that got spoiled earlier, like wanting you to play a more like black-red based affinity deck. So one problem usually with playing cards from your opponent's deck in Modern is that a big chunk of Modern decks are really synergistic. So you're gonna get a lot of times cards like you're gonna get like a Hardened Scales, Colossus Hammer, Young Wolf. There's gonna be a lot of the times this card just doesn't like give you anything that meaningfully progresses your game plan. But because you get 3 different ones and you get to also like make them discard a card at random, and it's a 5/5, the card does seem pretty good. I'm gonna keep that in my hand, I think. If they like played a Fable, I would Boseiju a Fable here. Nice. Interesting mana dork. Fanatic of Ronas, 2 mana, 1/4. Hold on, let me just take my draw step here. What time does Esther normally wake up? That woman likes to sleep, especially on her days off, and she works hard and she deserves it. So, uh, I did tell her what people do when you wake up, and she is a queen, and she'll wake up whenever she gets to it. And I will maybe go and check in on her in like 20-30 minutes. Okay, so tap for green, ferocious, add 4 mana. And it eternalizes to just come back and tap for 4. I hear the dogs, so I think that she's maybe awake now. Oh no, I was slow rolling. No, I'm sorry, opponent. That card is really, really, really cool. I think I love this card. So now I'm not gonna crack my fetch, so that way any land I draw will let me get a elemental off my Nissa. Yeah, the 1/4, not boltable. It is still 2 mana, but the bar on 2 drops is just so high in modern. This card looks pretty powerful. Tapping for 4 is a lot. I think that is it really feels like to me something to really commend Wizards on is the how high quality. I guess I should probably back in Essence Flux actually, so I can go Violin Satoru then Violin Nissa. Like because I think one big problem Modern has had for a long time is that the two mana creatures are just kind of mediocre. Like they just almost all of them line up bad against the 1 mana removal. There's just like not that many that are really playable. There's like 5, 6, 7 like playable 2 mana creatures in Modern. Maybe a little bit more, but considering how many there are and how like I think format defining I feel like 2 mana creatures should be, it just feels like we could do better, and I think that they're doing nice. Okay, Cavern on Humans is fun. Titania will be a Modern too. I like the 5 mana Titania. Guess I should subtlety this. Bowmasters like the heavy word. Yeah, there are some playable 2 mana creatures. Bowmasters is also like kind of falling off a little bit, but yeah, the list is like it's like Dothy Voidwalker, Bowmasters. Satoru, I think, is like new and good. I don't know if you want to count Satoru because it just came out. If you could count Satoru, Wall of Roots, Stoneforge Mystic is kind of fringe playable, but I think good in Satoru decks, and like Hammer's really fallen off. I don't even think you want to count that. I guess Scales adds a lot of playable 2 mana creatures. So maybe if you count Scales stuff, that number goes up, but the list just ain't that long. I think because I have this Risen Reef here, I'm maybe okay. I'm not needing to like go too crazy on the Nissa. Goyf is still good enough. Goyf is like fringe play, but Slickshot Show Off is new. Charmer Goyf, but it's just like the bar is really high. The bar is really, really high. And also like we just got a bunch of new good ones. So like we got this, we got Magda, we got Bill. And we're getting a bunch more. No, main deck Outland Liberator. Okay, I guess I'm gonna cycle this Essence Flux. Oh, I should have done that response because I could have found Subtlety. Oopsie doopsie. Okay, if I hit a black card off the Reef, I'll go Grief and, draw 2 cards. If I hit a fetch land off the Reef, I'm going to put it into my hands for Nissa. If I hit Tidebinder. Could you have let the Lavinia resolve and just lead on Vial? We could have. I kind of felt like it was just an okay play to do that, to Subtlety the Lavinia. Since it lined up so good against my Subtlety. Second main deck Outland Liberator. What is happening? And a main deck Lavinia. Very interesting build opponent. So I can't evoke this Grief anymore. Well, I guess I could now push the Lavinia. So let's just hold up Tidebinder / push. Just chill. Turns into a 3/3. 4 cards in their hand. Can't you Tidebind the Lavinia ability? I guess you can, yeah. That was probably the best line. Good play. I'll block if they attack. I think they realize that, and they pass back. They're gonna if they cast another spell, becomes day again. Weird that they considered attacking before playing their Coppercoat Vanguard. Now we get to push Lavinia, pay for ward, evoke grief. Draw some cards. Essence Flux would be a nice pickup. Last card is another Coppercoat Vanguard. They still have the silent clearing, so it's not like they're just completely out of action. But they are probably pretty behind here. Aether Spike, 28 months. 28 months of looking at the card. What's the article talking about new Necro? There's a new Necro. A little scary. Adeline's a little scary too. Very good draw for our opponent here. Well, I guess it's not that bad because I just get to use Satoru to block the 2/1 and I get to trade with the Tidebinder. Seems okay. We definitely need like a little like a land or a spell here, or specifically a fetch land. Okay, did not draw a fetch land. So I guess we go Nissa into just main phase Bowmaster. Just to get some more power toughness and play to block the Adeline. Also could maybe just be like double blocking with Satoru kind of aggressively because I have the backup copy. Shout out to Unsettled Mariner, would have prevented this damage. New Necro, still potent. Okay, where is the card's not here? This is what I mean. I did the same thing for my presentation. I have to save the card for last after a bunch of shit posting too. How it should be. We'll see this card eventually, or is this card maybe not even supposed to be in the article? Who knows? Okay, so 5/5, 7/5 Adeline. Don't really want to lose my Nissa. Could just kind of wait a turn, take a hit. We just have so like the majority of our spells help us a lot, and any fetch land is going to be pretty crazy too. So let's just like hope to not draw another non-fetch land, which is what happened. But now we get to know what we're drawing next turn. It's another Reef. Okay, so keep that on top. See what they do. Since it's technically not a league. Okay, whatever, I guess. Okay, Necrodominant, skip your draw step. At the beginning of your end step, you may pay any amount of life. We're not taking from like a content creator's preview card here. The article's broken. It's fine. Beginning of your end step, you may pay any amount of life. If you do draw that many cards, your max hand size is 5. If a token or card we put from your graveyard from anywhere, exile instead. Beginning of your end step, you may pay any amount of life if you do draw that many cards. Max hand size 5. Gross. Super gross. What the hell? They target the Nissa. Thank you, Immigrant. Glad you liking the stream still. Thank you for the resub. Go chump chump. Take 9. Go to 1. Oh, this is more than 9. Alright, go to game 2. Can you timestamp it with Reliquary Tower? Yeah, I mean, Reliquary Tower is legal. It's also a colorless land in your triple black deck, you know? I think getting around the max hand size stuff is something you could do, and also doesn't necessarily matter that much. Okay, so let's bring in the extra push. I don't think we need to change too much. I don't think we need these edicts necessarily either. Yeah, let's not bring in the edicts. I'm gonna go down a... Well, Tidebinder is actually really good against them, I think. Trim a scam spell. It's the worst one since untapped matters a lot here. You have tons of black from Urborg. What if you don't have Urborg in play? I mean, it's okay. I get it. It's fine. It's not the biggest deal. You could play Reliquary Tower. So it's legendary, but I guess that doesn't really matter. I don't know why is it legendary? Is this? Yeah, I don't really know why this card is legendary. I think I'm actually gonna, in this matchup specifically, I'm just gonna go Surveillant into Satoru and then Scamgrieve. They just in the article. Okay, I mean, I encourage you to read the article. I don't usually like to go read them on stream. I think Esther's awake because I got followed by Aspiring Wife 42069. Unless maybe this is Esther's competition. It is the same thing as the preview card and flashing the card for 3 seconds. Are you talking about Necrodominance? Oh, I'm going crazy. Are you talking about me talking about Necrodominance right now? There's no way I did that. I surely had it on the screen, and I read the whole thing out loud on stream. You might be right. I just like. I just want to see if you're right. Okay, Necro Dominance, strip your gel step, beginning of your end step. We're not taking from like content. Oh no. Wait, no. I brought it back up. I read the whole thing out loud! I read it all out loud! What do you want? What do you want? I read it out loud to you. Gross. Super gross. I read it out loud to you. How's this preview stream? On the preview stream, my one complaint on the preview streams is they don't leave it on stream long enough for me to read it out loud to you, chat. That's what I want to do. I want to read it out loud to you. This is how you do video content, spoiler content. Just because you came into the stream later doesn't mean I didn't read it out loud. So this is about into Lavinia, I guess, but I think we kind of need to take this line with this hand. I don't know. I as far as like how good that card is, I don't know. It's kind of hard to evaluate. Okay, this is pretty good for us if we draw a land. Was not expecting my opponent to be down to 1 card at this point. I guess now I just play Satoru with the hopes of Essence Fluxing a Subtlety here. Seems better than the Ring for Copper's decks. I don't know if that's true necessarily. It could be. You know, at the end of the day, Coffers is a control deck, and like it's not really a deck that has the luxury of getting to just pay a lot of life for stuff because it's a control deck. So, I don't know that I agree that it's going to be a deck where it's just really good to pay a ton of life. Doesn't seem like it's the worst either, but yeah, I think I don't know. Hard card to evaluate. Like the fact that the ring is like a really good card draw spell, but it's also a spell that it buys you a lot of time. This is, of course, a huge chunk of why the ring is good, is just how much time it buys you. I think I'm just gonna Tidebind the Aether Vial. It's such a weird game. Well, still not doing anything. It's good to draw a blue card here because then I could Tidebinder the Vial and still evoke Subtlety. Even as you draw the cards, we go crazy with Shieldred. Yeah, we'll go crazy with Shieldred, but you know, just curving 3 into 4 and having nothing happen to you doesn't happen that often in Modern. Okay, we're looking for a black card, maybe. Surely my opponent will play something into all my permission at some point. Use the preview card. No, we were waiting for Esther to wake up, and I think I'll go check on her after this match. I think she's awake. I think she's just getting ready. They take the vial up to 4. Maybe they have like a solitude in their hand. How could they not be tapping the vials for this long? Are they just playing around Tidebinder? I guess it's obvious I have Tidebinder. I don't know what to do. I was kind of hoping to draw a black card at some point to kind of force the action. I thought I was blacklisted. I was told it was a mistake. I was left off the preview list. that was told. Yes, they like definitely have they name elemental off the courtyard. We got solituded earlier. Okay, then they're spending 2 mana to cast a Lavinia. Ooh, finally I get to do something. I think I'm pitching second Tidebinder. Seems fine. Wait, actually, yes, I have a spoiler card for today. Esther helped me set up a presentation. It's very funny. I think Esther and I were cackling yesterday setting it up, so I want to wait for her to wake up to debut. Oh, so my opponent didn't vial in a solitude here, so maybe they just don't have one. Yeah, I'll make sure to tweet this time. Although we were laughing really hard yesterday because it's like, I thought maybe I was off the preview list because I like last time what we did is Esther made a PowerPoint. It was awesome. I can maybe show that off too. I've pulled it up. She made a PowerPoint and it was so funny. And we streamed it and we posted to YouTube. But we didn't post a tweet, and we're like, maybe that's why we didn't. Why we haven't been getting preview cards. Why I haven't been getting preview cards. But then after we made the presentation, we're like, no, it's just because we're just unhinged. It's just because the PowerPoints are just so unhinged. Is the real answer? Esther is just, I don't know. She's just the funniest person I know. Like we were like an hour into working on it, and we still hadn't done anything with the actual preview card. It was like an hour of like shit posting and like goofing around, and then we're like, wait, we literally haven't done anything with the card yet. there there's a sport in the PowerPoint. There's a spoiler warning for like an anime. Or is Tower of God an anime? Yeah, we got a lot going on. It's a cinematic. Finally, something that pitched to grieve. You've been growing your hair out all year, huh? Yeah, I don't remember exactly when I started, and I need to go get it styled. And I don't know how, so I need to find somebody good. I cast Tishana's Tidebinder in response to your Aether Vial, opponent. I was trying to do this like 6 turns ago. So if I Essence Flux my Grief, they just Vial in their Extraction Specialist. And then they grow both of their things. Seems okay. I mean, I get to keep the Grief. Get to draw a card. Talks about the Energy Allurin, how much you're going to play with that Satoru. That card looks awesome to build around, brew around. It seems like at the end of the day, a card is 4 mana. It just doesn't seem like, well, they didn't violate it. I guess I could have flickered the Tidebinder. Yeah, I could have just flickered the Tidebinder on the vial. Alright, go to game 3. Monkey Butlers, 12 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Keep. Should we have grabbed the 3-drop first since they didn't activate Vial on 3? Oh, you know what? That was definitely the case. I was just like so ready to hit that stupid Aether Vial with my Tidebinder. I've been waiting like 6 turns. I think we're still gonna Vial on turn 1 here. Because what I probably want to be doing is using Subtlety to Subtlety their 2-drop, then use Bowmaster to kill their champ. Yeah, my opponent milled to 6. They do put the Lavinia on top. They've been playing some random ass cards. I'm just gonna make sure they don't have like Avid Mindsense or something. Think of all these colorless and Eldrazi cards in MH3. Well, I put out a lot of YouTube content talking about it. I think the new command that got spoiled is wild. I don't. Someone at Wizards really likes Eldrazi. I don't know who it is, but someone at Wizards they like their Eldrazi. I don't know. I don't think I can really form a full opinion until we start playtesting with these cards. And I like that there are, ceremonious rejections and break the ices and Obsidian Charmals. Obsidian Charmal is that is going to be a good card. That is going to be a good card post MH3. But it is all a little weird. I agree. Okay, would love to draw a land here. Okay, I guess we'll take black card to scam the Grief with. Fuck. Sorry. Playing around Lavinia all day. Too excited for the preview card. It's like every day this week a new wild Eldrazi gets spoiled, and I just think surely that's all the Eldrazi in MH3. Surely there's no more, but no, there's more. Can you imagine like talking to someone during Eldrazi winter and being like, yeah, there's like a dedicated straight to modern set, and the set is all Eldrazi. The set is completely new Eldrazi, and you know how they banned how Ayavugan is really oppressive. They banned that card, but then they just print like a new kind of like variation. No, they just print another land that taps for 2, and then they print tons and tons of Eldrazi. It's like shit is so different. Okay, do not pitch the subtlety. Do not pitch the subtlety. Unless you really want to. I'll keep that on top. Get to put it in play. Can't be that bad. Your turn. Yeah, next thing on ban Ivu again. Yeah, we'll see how these cards play test. I don't know if they're going to be super busted, and I'm excited for Obsidian Charmal plus Ephemerate. Ruin some Eldrazi players' days, and the format is really different from back then. I kind of think like the existing builds of Eldrazi, or like the pre-existing builds of Eldrazi, like wouldn't even really be very good in current modern, which is kind of funny to say. Whenever someone hosts a no ban list modern tournament, also people always assume that Eldrazi is like this broken deck that just dominates, and that like really never ends up being the case. It like basically is always just kind of like not a well performing deck. I mean, that's no ban list modern, right? But you also get other banned cards in that format too. Probably save the Takenuma. I guess what I could do is push the Lavinia, then channel Takenuma, return Grief, and just evoke the Grief, which comes with 3 extra cards. Keep this one. Can get a Surveil Lantern one. Yeah, we talked about the new Necro. That card is really nice with Phyrexian Tower. You can, being able to play it turn 2 is nice. I don't think the card's like incredibly good. But it seems to be pretty good. Hard to evaluate. I haven't ended up really playing a lot with the Necropotence and Timeless either. Okay, Graveyard Land. They should make a season 2.
You're telling me? You're telling me? Lucy, tell them.
Can I update the Decklist commands?
Make season 2 of Tower of God. Please. Please. They're the same studio that made Attack on Titan?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think
Can't remember.
Another. No, it's JJK and Attack on Titan, right? The same studio?
What are you asking?
I'm asking you.
No, what?
The same studio?
Mappa is the studio that made the last season of Attack on Titan, and I believe they also did season 2 of JJK.
Just season 2?
Both seasons.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Lucy likes to be on chairs, and she also likes to share a chair. Are you not sharing a chair today? Sure.
Should have 2 mice so you could update the deck list for me.
I could go get one out in the garage.
That would be great.
It's kind of gonna wiggle a bit, but you maybe get some droplets on your lap.
I don't understand.
A real mouse.
Oh.
Just kidding, we don't have mice.
We have frogs.
Yeah, we have frogs.
Just hang out in the backyard.
And Lucy just barks at them.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Last time it was stuck in our glass sliding door, like in between the glass and then the screen. So there's like a little piece that was coming out. And he was just stuck there. And Lucy, as soon as we let her out, she's just... So it's...
Speaking of sacking creatures, ooh. Additional cost of spot sack artifact creature draws 2 card flashback. I mean, this card is just worse than Deadly Dispute. But popper card. Oh, so someone asked if there was a full art Phyrexian Tower or sorry, retro border Phyrexian Tower. They shipped me the full art and they shipped me the normal art. I did not see any retro borders, unfortunately.
It is a retro card, right?
It's a reprint, yeah. That's what you mean.
But did it have the old border?
Not in the so cards when they're reprinted into modern, newer sets, they get the new border usually.
But did it have the old border previously?
I don't know. Probably, but I don't know.
Okay. Spike does not know. It's a better answer.
I think I was supposed to play Reef here. I know the yard is awkward, of course. Shocking awkward as well.
The retro border is inside the full. If you pull the first layer off, it's there. Thanks for the tip.
The original is old border. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. A little bit before my time.
Okay. Because all the new borders, that is why it's called modern, right? You said that?
Yeah, I think I'm very confident. I don't know why I'm not sure. Yes, the modern set started, or the modern format started with all the cards with the new border, and is it still that? Is that what modern means? Okay, oh, they didn't dart the Reef response.
That's how it started.
That sure is. What is it now? It's our favorite format, is what it is now.
It's Spike's format.
Does Tower make a Johnny better? I think so. Great. I mean, it definitely doesn't make it worse, but it definitely, some synergy there for sure. Whereas, I really think it would be didn't get priority after caster subtlety. If you say so, Bucko. Yeah, Tower's really good. Before Modern Horizons 3, there was a real distinct lack of fast mana, and that is not the case anymore. Okay, so if we block either creature with our Satoru. They can dart the Satoru to kill it, but then that would leave my Risen Reef alive. What happens if I guess double block doesn't work. I think I'd rather have the Reef than the Satoru. Although I guess, the upside of keeping Satoru is that I could channel Otawara and Tidebinder, but I just have like, I don't have Aether Vial in play, so the Reef is way more likely to be a good card advantage engine. They may just flashback dart kill the Reef also. They should free Moxopal and Spear Guide, let us go wild. I don't know. It does feel like a break in conventions, like to print two lands that enter untapped and can tap for 2 mana, and it feels like it breaks conventions a little bit that okay, well, with our top card being Satoru, they made the right call, huh? And also to have Flare Cultivation is just very, very different from what they've kind of like said they want Modern to be. But this is also, I think, a big part of Modern's identity, funny enough, is changing all the time. Okay, so let's Tidebind the show off. I'm likely just going to bounce the Soulscar Mage in response to a Bolt here. No shot we could Veteran Explorer now. Yeah, I think it would be a huge mistake to print Veteran Explorer, yeah. Should have double blocked. It's the same if they Dart Reef and no, if we double block, then this can only deal 2 damage. Or sorry, we're only dealing 2 damage to the 3 toughness mage after the darts, because the dart is going to shrink the thing. So I don't think it ends up being very helpful. Okay, so now I guess we can I afford to Otawara my own Tidebinder? If I do that, my life total's too low, I guess. I'd have to chump block with Satoru. So I think I'm just gonna Otawara the Soulscar Mage. All the fast mana, do decks skip on 2-drop slot more consistently, or they play more 2s on average? Well, so one nice thing about Flare of Cultivation and Phyrexian Tower and Ugin's Labyrinth is these are fast mana, but they're not fast mana that just goes in any deck. You have to make some really serious deck building constrictions when you build these decks. Like with Phyrexian Tower, you really want to play Bloodghast. It just is going to depend. It's not going to be something you can just say one way or another is going to happen. Okay, I'm going to bring in these removal spells. I'm going to bring in these endurances. I think I'm going to cut the Subtlety. I think Subtlety is pretty bad against Prowess. Bowmaster is fine. Could potentially trim on them. Probably just going to be going down on Tidebinders. Endurance a bit better on the curve. Croaks at Pitch Elementals with Tower. Yeah. Grief getting better. Everyone loves that. Bowmaster getting better.
Everyone loves Grief, right?
Yeah, you get to go turn 2 Bowmaster, sack the Orc Army, hardcast Grief on turn 3. Risen Reef versus Lava Dart, thoughts? Reef is bad against Lava Dart, but Risen Reef is like also like our deck is really built around it. We have access to Undying effects. We have access to Essence Flux to protect it. We can also just kind of take the 2-for-1 in our favor. It's like not very good mana, or 1.5-for-1 in our favor. Like obviously the mana exchange is not super good, but like you're still getting a card off the Reef, and they're still spinning a card to kill it. Not the end of the world. Jan Low with the gifted sub. Thank you so much. 1 of Tower and Yawg reasonable. The 1 of Tower is mandatory in Yawgmoth. I think you're probably going to play 4 Phyrexian Towers in Yawgmoth. We just don't have a blue source for our Grief Scam. Guess we have to mulligan.
It's so funny. I don't really know any of these cards anymore. I don't really.
Yeah, the cards. These are old cards now. You only know the new cards.
Well.
4. Yeah, it's just like maybe 3 Phyrexian Towers, but like Phyrexian Tower is super good in Yawgmoth. This is a deck built around casting a 4-mana creature and sacrificing creatures. Let's play the card that touched 4 and cut what? It's very funny in question, but you're just gonna kind of build the Yawgmoth deck differently, I think, post MH3. Like, kind of simply put, I'm also interested in trying to play Flare of Cultivation in Yawgmoth. I think trying to play Flare of Cultivation sounds really stinking good to me. And also, like, Flare of Cultivation pairs well with the Phyrexian Tower synergies. So I think you were just gonna kind of scrap the Yawgmoth deck and kind of start over a little bit, where Strangler Geist is looking pretty good again with Phyrexian Tower, with Flare of Cultivation. You can potentially go a little bit bigger with this fast mana. You just have a lot of options on how to build it. You like going turn 1 Young Wolf Phyrexian Tower into turn 2 Grist is so powerful. It's just like this is such a powerful interaction that you don't want to be asking, oh, what do we cut from this existing Yawgmoth deck to make room. But you just kind of start over and build around these like really powerful interactions. Okay, I'm definitely keeping backup Satoru here. Worst case scenario, I can just Violet in and draw 2 if the Satoru lives.
Is this still? Is that still there?
I can take.
I'm awake. I'm awake. We've revealed it. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Doom's preview card was. I didn't see it. Also, there's a Seeing Redemption after. Will you sing? We know the top cards, so you could sing this if you want.
Oh, okay.
So Satoru. Okay. Well, I don't know.
That's the only one that I've heard you say all the time. So.
It's also just like Gojo.
Oh, yeah, Satoru Gojo.
I think I wait on the Vial here. Because like there's nothing I could hit off the Satoru that I couldn't just cast or Vial in. I guess Grief, but could rather Violet in next turn anyways.
Satoru, the Infiltrator. Oh, my voice is all scratchy.
Yeah, let's look up. Phyrexian Tower. Yeah, you could play Phyrexian Tower in Scales. I mean, my opponent just definitely has removal. Let's chill.
That's pretty good. Top bunk. Woke up to me singing Ren and 6. I bet that was a really good way to wake up. So, you can save that as your alarm clock now and forever, please. I will allow that.
Almost all of my preview cards have been reprints except for one. How does it make me feel? I don't know. I don't really feel one way or another.
Not a reprint?
Yeah, that one was original. I like Phyrexian Tower is a sick preview card to get. I think it was mostly just given to me by accident, or like, they're like, oh shit, we didn't give Spike a preview card. Let's give him Phyrexian Tower. I bet I did.
Or maybe they were saving it. They were like, oh wait, we were saving that one. Okay, give it to him. But
that's probably what happened.
I guess it doesn't matter if it's, original or reprint, as long as it's cool.
I think at this point I need to do this. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not upset that is a reprint.
I'm upset. Yeah, the Lion Sash was weird. I saw that and I was like, what am I looking at? What?
Could take up to 4. I think we leave on 3. Better than Thrumming Stone. Yeah. I don't know. Apparently Thrumming Stone is like $1 million because of Commander. I guess that's the case with every card, right? So I need to draw an Endurance before my opponent draws a Underworld Breach here. Let's not just remove the Swift Spear. I think I'm going to maybe make them commit some spells into this. Think of Tower and Grief decks. Tower into turn 1, sack Evoke Grief into Dothi, etc. Yeah, Tower is very good with Grief. That'll be $5 a month for the rest of your life.
Says to check out Brad Nelson's card that he just put.
Yeah, link it. Link it, send to me. You have the link.
That's Dooms.
Yeah, this is Dooms. I mean, this is the link is what it is. Okay, Dooms is Nadu, Winged Wisdom. So beautiful.
Aww. Oh my gosh, I love it.
What they got?
Bird Wizard. Bird.
This is a Bird Wizard too.
So you could you theoretically have a bird deck, just all birds?
Mm-hmm. You have it's kind of big commander player energy, but there's nothing wrong with that.
I know.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Of course it is. You know, you have like a sea monster deck, so.
Mm-hmm. Nissa, damn it.
Pretty cool.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna read it out loud. I'm reading it out loud. I'm leaving it on the screen too. It's on the screen. I'm reading it out loud. 3 mana, 3/4 flyer. This is Doomwake's preview card. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put in the battlefield. Otherwise, put into your hand. This ability only triggers twice each turn. Totally didn't. I feel like would have been totally fine without that last ability. Although maybe not because like this card wants you to just target your own stuff, right? No, that's a good line of text on the card. I'd take it back.
I just like looking at the art.
It's nice, yeah. It's cool.
No, I love the third one.
It's a beautiful card.
Borderless. Is that a borderless kind? Is that what you call it?
What would you call it? Full art is what you call it. Yeah.
Full. Okay. I like it, Picasso.
Yeah, it's good. I don't know what you're supposed to target it with, but I guess that's the one to figure out. Yeah, Phyrexian Tower is my preview card. I was really excited for it too. There are 30 bird wizards now. I guess it's a common vocation, huh? It's twice for each creature. Yeah, that makes sense. Lightning Greaves, yeah. Kind of interesting. It's the card's kind of like I'm playing Risen Reef right now. That's like a 3/4 Risen Reef with different restrictions.
So people are saying that you kept it on up for long, or because you kept taking it on and off the screen last time, right?
Well,
I was wondering that too last time, and I was like, what the heck are you doing? I know you have to play the game in the background, but like...
Which card did I take it on and off
It's just been earlier this week.
When
you're looking at other people's...
What I do is I read the card out loud each time. And then I bring it back and forth. And then I bring it back and forth. And then people tune in after I've already read it out loud on stream, but they're like, Spike, you're doing a preview stream. Let's draw another land here.
Oh, Lucy, you're so cute. Lucy is just the most...
I think we'll reluctantly keep this one. Yeah, no, this card, this hand sucks. Phoenix, tier 3 for 6 months in advance.
Whoa.
What the freaking heck?
He's combating that inflation.
Thank you so much. Okay, Ghostfire Slice. 3 mana. Deals 4 damage to any target. 2 less if an opponent controls a multicolored permanent. Okay, so there's like a lot of comments about... there are a lot of comments about the Null Elemental Blast, the one that goes after multicolored permanents. And I think a lot of people who don't play a lot of Modern at the moment think there are a lot of multicolored permanents. There, but it's like Leyland of the Guild Pact, Teferi Time Raveler, Red and 6, and then like occasionally you'll play against an Omnath, Territorial Kavu, Grist. Anything else? I'm sure there's like a few more, but it's just not that many. You know, it's not that many. And it also doesn't. There's not that many good multicolored cards from MH3. So it's like nothing. Okay, there's Psychic Frog.
Psychic Frog.
Yeah, I know Psychic Frog's sick. White of the Reliquary, Flage, but it's just not that many. So, not that it won't see play, but it's just like people want like Null Elemental Blast to be like really high. I have like many comments about that and many comments about whatever that other stupid card is. Orim's Chant. People love Orim's Chant. They're like, this shit hits.
I miss Ragavan.
Ragavan's still around. They banned it in Legacy.
Wow. Monkey.
Maybe Draw Step, Essence Flux them. I kind of want to Essence Flux in response to a Solitude, though. Land would be nice. Yeah, Gigantha. Yeah, there are some, right? Like, obviously, there are multicolored permanents. Traxa, kind of, but you don't really want to bring this in against the Traxa. So I think Null Ultimate Blast will be, like, a sideboard card for the Eldrazi deck that you will play when Leyline Scion is popular, and that's kind of going to be it, I think. I'm going to go Watery Grave Forest. Should be okay. Maybe I should go Watery Grave Overgrown Tomb so I can draw Island and still be able to cast Grief. Yeah, red and blue Elemental Blast are not legal in Modern, but both of those would be better than Null Elemental Blast is. Is Tower the reason that Grief isn't banned? I listen, Twitter users, Reddit users. I don't like Grief either. It is what it is. Let's just let Modern Horizons 3 shape up. Just give it a little bit of time before we go back to circle jerking about Grief, okay? I get it. I know that's not fun. I know it. I get it. I'm playing it right now. I'm on board.
How many cards do you think are left? Like, how many did they spoil?
Other people keep up with this. I know. I'm just so overwhelmed. I just kind of go with this. Go as they come. You know. I've been doing. I have like 2 hours of YouTube comments on the set, and it's not all out. And I'll be doing some more. That is a good question, though. I'm going to play this for the Surveil. You could hold it for the one of Nissa, but my opponent, is about to die, so let's keep the pressure going. If Null Elemental Blast is good enough to board, is Ceremonious Rejection? Yeah, Ceremonious Rejection is going to be great post-Image 3. What Null Elemental Blast is good... I'm almost going to, like, get gaslit into thinking this card does something else. Are you saying that you want to board in Ceremonious Rejection because of Null Elemental Blast? It's going to be because Eldrazi, they printed 1,000 Eldrazi cards. It's not going to be because of this card. Okay, yes, this is against multicolor permanents. Just want to make sure I had that one right.
You read that so fast.
Thank you. So I could upkeep my Delta, so if I find Fatal Push, I have Lethal. I think it's probably better for me to be able to find Grief or Subtlety and have those be good top decks. So if I draw Fatal Push here, I get kind of massively punished. But I also have more of the 4-drops anyways. Okay. That's a great top deck. Okay. Up a game against Goryo's is a really good place to be with 4 copies of Endurance in your sideboard. Would you agree with that, Esther?
Sure.
Bowmaster good, Tidebinder good, Subtlety good, Grief good.
You know what this needs?
Maybe Subtlety bad.
You know what this needs?
Esther is kind of like a dad in the sense that you like laugh at her joke one time, and then she just says it over and over for years. Like she said, like she used to be like, add Ragavan to this deck, and I laughed really hard and still for years. She's
has it been years?
Ragavan was printed 3 years ago. I think 3 years ago was MH2. It was
monkey.
Maybe not the full 3 years yet. Yeah, June 18th, 2021. So almost 3 years. 3 years with our beautiful Grief. Yes, everyone loves this card.
Oh, it came out also in MH2 Grief?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
I thought you said everyone hates this card.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a joke.
Okay. Cool.
Although it's kind of interesting with Grief, like this card didn't initially see a lot of play, but that's just because Lurrus was so fucking good that it was like... Mm-hmm. It's still not clear to me, like, was it actually right that this card didn't see play, or did just people not see play because people were so used to Lurrus? I don't really know, still, to this day, but... Well,
what was your thought process, Spike?
I mean, I played the Rakdos Lurrus deck we played a lot of. Our win rate with it was super high. It carried us through the trophy races both times. It was, like, super important card.
The trophy race.
Lurrus is really, really broken. I think there's a good chance that the Lurrus build was better, but it's not it's not clear to me still. Probably a good time to just Grief here. I would kind of prefer to Vial in both Endurances if possible, so if I just take Archaeologist and they have no enablers, it's pretty good. Yeah, I'm really excited about Phyrexian Tower too. I'm really happy I got that preview card. Definitely like a card I'm gonna play a ton of. It's a card I've like wished for a long time.
Mm-hmm. So,
Would you say Phyrexian Tower could be too good for Modern? I would not say that. Phyrexian Tower will be, I think, pretty appropriate power level.
cool.
Sanctifier and Vec is in this format. Leyline of the Void is in the format. It's going to be okay. That was a good top deck.
And this is probably a given, but I may not even just ask.
It used to be Esther Covenant stream, and she would go, "I don't know if I should say this, but," and I just knew it was going to be some of the most unhinged stuff
no,
ever.
No, it's not unhinged. It's just probably just an obvious question.
Yeah, that's fine. You can ask an obvious question.
Okay.
You'd just be like every other chatter.
Yeah,
you know?
okay, no. So, because, MH3 is just... How many cards has come out, like already? What, like 60, 90 or something?
My PowerPoint has like 120 slides, but there's more slides than there are cards, I think. Although it's close.
Okay, and
there's probably
more
over 100 cards out, yeah.
Later.
Yeah.
So you basically you do expect a shift in like after MH3. These decks are just completely different, and they're just all MH3 cards almost, except for like basic lands.
So I had this original thought yesterday. This very original thought that maybe Modern is becoming, and I'm thinking about even copywriting this phrase.
What?
Modern is maybe becoming a rotating format.
Oh, a Lazy Susan.
Yeah, a rotating format.
Lazy Susan. Lazy Mom.
Yeah, things are gonna be really different. Things are gonna be different. Some things will stay the same, but it mostly seems like MH3 is gonna bring a lot of new decks to the format more so than it's going to just improve existing decks, with some exceptions. With some exceptions, I think it's mostly gonna bring a lot of new stuff, which is fun and good, I think.
They already submitted it for copyright. Sorry.
Oh, too bad.
I think they like my Lazy Susan.
Does anyone else in chat? Modern's kind of always been a rotating format to some extent, but the Risen sets have definitely taken that concept to an extreme. And some people don't like it, some people like it. I like it a lot, if I'm going to be really honest.
Okay, can you explain rotating format to me? What does that mean?
So typically it means that you don't like Modern Horizon sets, and instead of just saying that, you're like, Spike, do you think Modern is becoming a Modern Horizons format or a rotating format? And usually it's code for I don't like Modern Horizon sets, which is valid. If you don't like them, you don't like them.
Wait, okay, but that doesn't explain what rotating.
I know it doesn't. Exactly, it doesn't. That's you're absolutely right.
You're right.
Because no one ever says what they mean by that. Because Modern it's always been a format. Like, I've been playing the format for like 12 years, and it has gone through many different eras with a constantly evolving metagame. Does anyone feel like Modern is now a rotating format? You just have to say these words in this order, and you'll get thousands of upvotes and likes. And people they'll be like, so brave. Everyone clap. Thank you for saying this. Not in the face of the 5-pack. Thank you so much. We've got to give yourself from not in the face. Make sure to thank him. Never done with the 17 months. You made it so good. I'm happy you got the sickest preview card to set. I'm really excited. about Phyrexian Tower. I saw it and I was really happy. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
That's okay. I don't know. We're rapidly approaching the Modern hasn't included Modern Horizons that it hasn't line. Yeah, we're getting there pretty fast.
Whoa.
Okay, you're not allowed to thank Postboard for gifting subs.
Postboard game.
I got a call from Postboard's family, and they're desperately trying to get Postboard to stop gifting subs here.
How many was that?
This was 10. This was 11.
11.
This was 11 because someone else gifted 10.
Thank you. Wow.
No,
wow.
don't thank Postboard.
Wait, what?
Postboard, please. Your family.
Think of your family.
Think of your family, Postboard.
Whether it's dogs or cats or actual daughters or sons or we don't gender or gerbils or birds or ragavans. Please think of your family.
Please think of your family. Thank you, Postboard.
Postboard, thank you.
What deck came to mind when I saw the tower? Of course, my stupid, shitty Rakdos sacrifice deck. Yeah, we saw Buried Alive. Buried Alive is pretty sick. We also lost to Prowess earlier here. I think I gotta subtlety
Did I
this.
say fish? I didn't say any fish.
Yeah.
If you have fish, please take care of them.
Yeah, our fish, we've been so into fish this year.
We got 2 new angelfish yesterday.
And a guppy.
And then a guppy, and then the guppy just hid. Because the other 2 guppies, we got 2 guppies at the same time. They were best friends. They were so cute. They're just swimming around next to each other all the time. They're just swimming. And then the other poor guppy died.
Yeah.
And then we got the new guppy, and he's like, I'm too scared.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he get,
Nope. Where am I?
We have the same food that he was eating because we have this like local store, and then the owner, she makes her own food.
What?
Never Dot with the 12 pack.
12.
Gotta get this up from Never Dot. Make sure to thank him.
Is this this isn't a Price is Right thing. This is
Oh,
it's an auction. It's an auction.
No,
They're
it's
bidding for your
not an
favor.
I guess it's an auction. Oh, this is the burn build over here. Probably okay. And then this is what postboard does. Is one person gets
What?
12, and he gets 13.
Wow.
And your postboard.
Thank you, Postboard.
It is what it is.
This is what he does.
I think I'm just gonna main phase bolt the channeler, or sorry, push the channeler, and then try to block this with spear. And then if it dies in combat, I just get the not dead after I'll draw a card. Yeah, I thought you could play a Dryad Arbor in this deck. One thing that's kind of weird about it is it affects the like which fetch lands you want to play, but you could, yeah. I'm not trying to disrespect you, so. Oh, I think you mean other people taking the gift lead. No, never done. No. I'm a middle school guidance teacher. I can't do more than 12. Please. Buy something nice for your families. We're doing pretty good over here.
Oh.
Also, shout out middle school guidance teachers. That is a load bearing job of society. You know what I'm saying? No, someone should give them some subs. You know what I mean? The government should really be gifting them some subs.
You know, I never went to the guidance counselor. I was just a good
I got in trouble a few times.
girl. I was good. I did my work. And yeah. Got good grades.
Mm-hmm.
I even in middle school was in so I joined the like an after school math program. Not because I liked math, but because I wanted to hang out with my friends and also join the program. And we all didn't really like math that much. But we did this really cool thing where actually our middle school was pretty close to a cemetery, like within walking distance, pretty creepy. But we did like a geotagging thing where we had the GPS thing, and then the other person preloaded, the teacher's assistant preloaded, the coordinates, and it was really fun. And I want to do that again. And it was really cool, and I loved that. And I want to do that again.
We can do that.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah, I will be down. This matchup has got to be so bad. We need like some kind of life gain in the board, maybe. Just James, the 38, dies to removal to Twitch Prime. Thank you. On the play. Well, I'm everybody's favorite turn 1 play. The whole chat cheers. Woohoo! Woohoo, Spike, as he pitches Fatal Push to the Reef. It's just imagine it was like commander content. When I go to MagicCon, when I go to there's always people playing commander on a stage. And anytime anyone in those games plays any card,
Whoa!
everyone starts cheering like crazy. I think I'm taking the bauble because they get to hit me with the Swift Spear if I don't. Anytime any single person plays any single card on these MagicCon commander tables, everyone loses their mind. I cast Life from the Home. I play a land. It's just, I'm just jealous. Yeah, in Chicago, and it's so loud you can't hear what's going on in your matches during your tournament. So they don't have a mountain to sack to dart. I think I'm just gonna take the light up the stage, and if they go Swift Spear attack, I'm just kind of happy to trade a Grief for a Swift Spear in the front half of dart. Oh, we're gonna Title 1 school, poor school, it's really hard population, don't make a difference, cried 5 times this week. So it's the best when I get a day off with regards to back. That's awesome, Never Done. I'm really happy to hear it. That's why we make these PowerPoints. Okay, so this is getting lava darted. What did I fetch? I fetched an island. Should I have got Overgrown Tomb?
Did you?
Don't upset the commander players? I'm not upsetting the commander.
Did you pause the music?
Yes!
Why?
It's driving me crazy.
How dare you?
Wait, they didn't lava dart the reef? I guess they just, they're just going to flashback the dart now that they hit Mountain Skewer.
You ruined my groove.
Turn off the Emperor's Groove. I'm dead. That was bad. We 3-2 this league. I feel like we need some life game pretty bad.
Oh, okay, it was at the end. Wait, can you be negative life and still be in the game? Is there a card that does that?
There's Phyrexian Unlife.